Whilst voicing concerns about the future of Carl's career, you tell Carl that you want to be a stay-at-home mom.
If I am the one who's carrying the child for 9 months, and I'm the one managing everything, I'm the one doing this and that and this and that, I need
you get a job!
I don't know where I'm gonna be, like, if we have kids and I'm gonna want to stay at home.
Well, I guess.
You know what I mean? Like, I need to know that, like, I have a partner that's also doing anything to bring in any type of money, because for me, I need that security. I'm trying everything humanly possible to light a fire for this man. And when I couldn't do anything else, I was like, what if I want to be a stay-at-home mom?
Yeah.
I deserve an opportunity to take a break.
I mean, the Lindsay Hubbard that I knew, the first time I met her, was this independent, fierce, hustler, PR savant. A lot of our relationship when we got together was defined on we're both 50-50. It's this beautiful partnership because she works, I work. We both bring our money together and we created this kind of beautiful partnership that I don't think I realized until that moment that I was engaged to someone that.
And say, oh, by the way, you need to be the sole provider.
And I'm not saying that that I don't love that. Trust me, like I grew up in a family. My mom worked, my dad worked, my grandparents both worked. Like at times, like I'm totally okay and understanding. Like if you want to work, that's amazing. But it's just like clearly we were not on the same page. And to hear her basically say that she wants to just stay at home and kind of be a mom influencer was like the first time I had heard that.
All of a sudden, he's like, well, what?
She wants to be a stay-at-home mom.
So in that moment was the first time she basically said flat out, like, I want to be a stay-at-home mom?
Essentially, yeah.
And like most men would be like, I'm gonna figure this out because I want a family, and if you have to go through ripping your asshole and vagina open to get our child out of you, then, and keep it alive, because that's like the first year of parenthood is keeping the kid alive. And if I'm the one responsible for everything, then yeah, you better work, do something, help me out.
Finances were definitely a big part of, I think, our just not seeing eye to eye. Luckily, because of my sobriety, I've saved a lot of money in the last few years, and I'm in a much healthier place financially. I have no debt. So her financial framing of me and not having stability or not thinking about the future for us just feels very, very strange.
I just want a priority for you is like making money for our future family.
Yeah.
It's one thing to say I want marriage and family. It's another thing to understand that you need money for that, especially in New York City.
New York City.
In New York City, you need to, at minimum, make
$1 million.
$1 million a person in New York City.
Preschool cost $60,000.
Okay, so then there's the thought of like, we have a very expensive wedding. We have like
a very expensive apartment.
And also, if I am pushing out a 10-foot baby out of my vagina that comes out walking and slamming dunks, then I deserve a break, okay, man? Like, this is gonna be a 10-foot baby. I'm 5'8", he's 6'5". I'm gonna have to talk to West about like vaginal tears.
There's 4 grades, 1 through 4. I was a 3.
West was a 3. This thing is gonna be a 12 coming out of me.
And I also reflect on Lindsay's past relationships with others and their jobs. I've spoken to Everett a lot since this whole thing went down, and very similar themes and commonalities in the job stuff and career and money. And I've gathered that also from some of her other exes. So I don't know if this is necessarily a Carl thing or I think it's a Lindsay thing.
I am the most independent, like, I don't think I'm even capable of not working. Like, I don't have it I'm a busybody and I'm a tornado.
She'll do laundry for fun. That's not normal.
Well, because I travel a lot. But I want the option to be a stay-at-home mom. Sorry, I am very passionate about this subject.
Paige, you encouraged Danielle to apologize to Gabby.
She said something that hurt someone's feelings.
Were you flirting? I don't know why everyone thinks I'm incapable of this.
You are, actually. Even if you deem it not mean or wrong, you still made that person upset, and you should apologize for making that person upset. I say a lot of snarky things that I don't mean to sound mean, but if it hurts someone's feeling, I'll be the first person to say, sorry, I meant it as a joke. Like, I didn't mean it the way you took it, but she couldn't even humble herself enough to do that.
She's crying. I think you should talk to her.
That's silly. That's dumb.
And so it was very, like, off-putting how much she did not give a shit about this girl crying. And that felt icky to me.
It was like, you're not even gonna console her?
I just said to you, you made your friend cry. You said, that's stupid. She shouldn't be crying about it. That's you thinking your opinion is more important than hers or her feelings.
I just don't think that I did that. Oof, I'm gonna get burned for that one. But I just didn't want to deal with it in that moment because I was having such a good time at the party, and I wanted to get back to that. That was selfish of me and rude.
Talk about no empathy. I mean, Danielle wants to say that I don't give anything to Craig.
I think you're giving him nothing.
Your friend is hysterically crying and you said, that's stupid, she's stupid, and her emotions are stupid. So like right in that moment, it was very full circle for me, and I was like, oh, you only care about what you're doing.
Like the words I use are a little bit more harsh.
You're passionate and you can be very honest.
Yeah.
And sometimes in the wrong mindset.
My personality type is just a little bit more like in your face. And this is why, as a founder, CEO, I always try to like understand people's personalities.
You can say because you're a CEO.
Yeah, but also it's not really relative to the conversation.
At all. The CEO of what, first of all? And second of all, so if you have a job title, you can come in on the weekends and be mean to your friends. I don't walk around saying I'm the CEO of Giggly Squad. Like, come on. Never seen what company she's the CEO of. So I can't wait.
You didn't want to have the vibe killed, and you were just like, I'll deal with this tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's just
Shut
like,
up, Amanda and Paige.
Just gonna table this one, and I'm gonna
you
go.
straight up just walked away from me in the middle of talking.
Sometimes you just need to come, okay, walk away, Danielle.
Yeah, I will.
Conversation with Paige, but not me.
So I know you were done.
Yeah. And honestly, it was like, if it's between Gabby and I, then let it be between Gabby and I. Anything that I would have said either would have been misconstrued, or like it wouldn't have been good enough in that scenario at all. And so I was like, I know Gabby, you know, she's my friend, and I will address this tomorrow with her when we're not doing this.
Yeah.
I feel like our conversation was just like, it went left in a way that I felt very like judged.
And I never want you to feel that I'm judging you. I love her, and I don't ever want to be at odds like with her. So to me, it was just very easy to be like, okay, what was that, and like, how do we move forward from that? Because I love you. So
I think that was truly a great example of like poor delivery or like saying the wrong thing.
Yeah, I feel like that's the story of my time on Summer House. And I still want to help her find a man, so.
During the conflict with Gabby, the two of you have a bit of an issue as well.
It felt like you were just like, I don't really care what you have to say. And once Paige left, like you left too. And like nothing I had to say mattered.
It's okay.
Blow it up bigger than it ever has to be, because that's what we do here.
No, but I'm saying sometimes you just need to come, okay, walk away, Danielle.
Yeah, I will.
Conversation with Paige, but not me. Sick.
I'm like, does she ever care what I think? Like, does she take me seriously? Does she want to hear like my opinion, or does she like not care?
Yeah, you also said that I don't take you seriously.
Yeah.
You don't think Danielle takes you seriously?
No, I definitely think that she thinks I'm stupid.
I feel like that like was so eye-opening for me, because it was quite the opposite feeling that I have for you. And like, how did I screw up so bad that that's the message that I was sending?
Danielle has zero respect for Amanda, and I've noticed that over multiple years. I think she considers Amanda to be stupid, and she's just Kyle's wife, and she really doesn't have anything to add to the conversation. So anytime Amanda has an opinion, Danielle doesn't listen and writes it right off. And to walk out while someone's mid-sentence is so disrespectful and so rude, especially someone who preaches girl power and feminist and supporting each other. You look at her like she's nothing because she's a wife. I didn't like any of that.
My second summer in the house, or it was my technically first summer, whatever, I would deal a lot with people talking over me and not listening to me and not being able to get a word in.
Here they go again. Like, it was embarrassing.
But we're not judging you,
No,
Amanda.
I know.
We're
It's
supporting you. We
embarrassing
don't
for
want
me.
you to fight, but we're not
It's
even calling you out for
embarrassing.
fighting. No one called you out. No one said a word. Clearly having
Can Amanda speak, please?
It was so frustrating because literally no one cared what I had to say. Like, the reunion, Lauren was like, speak up, Amanda, and then like talked over me when I was trying to speak up.
Now, have you said, Amanda, have you ever called and said anything?
For one
Speak up, Amanda, you don't speak up.
I was like, this is a lose-lose situation. So sometimes when that happens, like, that's kind of where I go. Like, you're not listening to me and you're talking over me. You don't respect me enough to hear me out. That's just how I felt.
No, but
and
like,
we've come so far since then.
yes, but there was also times at Winter House where you play devil's advocate so much.
I know.
So I think like maybe like coming off of Winter House where there was so much going on that I wish you had more of my back just to like fend some other stuff off.
Yeah.
Just in the
also
moment.
Constantly puking and never around.
Very cool. Full out, right?
So I missed a lot.
But like, so that took me back to that place where I was
Yeah.
just like, you're doing it again. That's what I was thinking in that moment, not ever having to do with the fact that I don't value you, respect you, or ever want to like hear what you have to say. 'Cause it's like, you're so brilliant. And like, when I had the Dawn like design, like strategy, like the brand strategy built out, like you're the first person I want to talk to about it, and like the colors
I know,
and
and
stuff.
I love that.
I love hearing what you have to say. Most of the time you are correct.
Yeah, and sometimes you just don't want to hear it.
That's true.
High five. Can I reach you?
Obviously I don't want to flash anyone.
You have a direct conversation with Amanda about her identity and career.
If your friends aren't honest, then they're not really your friends, and I feel like there was really no way to really beat around the bush with something like that. Do you feel like you have an identity outside of Kyle and Loverboy? Because I don't.
Dang. But that's not bad delivery?
It was a whole conversation that led up to it.
When I think of you, I see you as like running like a company, or like all these brands are like, we gotta get Amanda Batula on this.
Everything you do is so Kyle and like Loverboy.
Okay.
If someone else in the house said that to Amanda, we would be the first ones to be like, F you. What you're talking about, how dare you say that to her? But it's different when it's the three of us.
If someone told me, do you have an identity out of X, Y, and Z, I'd be hurt.
I think they said like they don't feel that I do, and I think the reason I wasn't hurt is because I agree with it. Like, who am I outside of Kyle and Loverboy? So it was validating hearing them say it, because I was like, okay, like this is like the way I'm feeling is correct. Like, my whole identity has become him and what he does.
Yeah.
Like, even when I started the show, like, I did not want to be like front and center. So like, I kind of like hid behind Kyle in his shadow.
I'm trying to get blonde for the summer, so don't get my hair.
Okay.
But like, definitely get the deltoids. Yeah!
And because of that, I was sort of like treated that way. So I kind of like became, you know, one part of Kyle. I mean, if this was a couple years ago, I'd be doing this right now with Kyle. Let's be honest. Like, always paired with him for press, like, do everything with him.
That's true.
And then when I quit my job and was working for Loverboy, you know, I'm working for him. Like, everything was surrounding him. So I questioned it too.
And Amanda has such a good personality, and she's so cool and she's so creative, that sometimes when I see like her personality like dimming or her like being quiet, I get sad for her, because I know Kyle is a big personality, and it's very easy for her to like take a back seat and like while he's like being the center of attention. So I get nervous that sometimes she's taking a back seat too many times in a row. Like, she had enough self-esteem that like she could also
because she's
do
funny.
whatever she wants.
Are you serious right now?
Wow.
You gotta ask me out at least one more time if I'm gonna let you stick it in this deep box.
She's funny. She's creative.
Yeah.
She's so cool.
She's
Easily the coolest girl I know.
She's the coolest girl in the house, and she inherently has this great style and this great sense of design and everything, where I think she could channel that into like her own brand or whatever she wants to do with it, and I think she'd be so successful at it.
I've always thought about like doing my own thing in some capacity, you know?
Yeah, I think you're super talented and you should do that.
Yeah.